This training segment will walk you through the technical aspects of completing the Head of Mission Plan under Strategia. This video is a short, 20-minute, step-by-step walkthrough of how to complete the Head of Mission Plan. Let's get started. To log into the system, select the fiscal year from the drop-down menu. You're planning ahead in Strategia, so the fiscal year you select will be the fiscal year starting in April. Next, select your mission from the second drop-down menu. If you type the first few letters of your mission symbol very quickly, you'll be able to locate it without having to scroll through the entire mission list. Click Enter to log into the tool. The first screen you see when you log in is your mission homepage. The menu bar at the top is where you'll go to find your relevant program area. Following Head of Mission and Program Budget, the other mission programs will appear in alphabetical order. Next is the yellow box at the top of the page, which includes a number of helpful reminders when navigating in Strategia. For example, you should not use the browser's back or refresh buttons. You should save regularly. You shouldn't use bookmarks to access the tool, and you shouldn't have Strategia open in more than one tab. Please keep this in mind as you use the application. So scrolling down, you'll find a few key information boxes on this mission homepage. On the left is key information about the mission and its IMS fund centers. On the right are the filing requirements and the network participation. At the bottom you'll find status history, which tells users whether the plan is open or not. The filing requirements field is important because it tells you whether your mission is required to submit a plan for a specific program area. Trade offices, for instance, will only see the commercial program box ticked, as they will not be required to submit plans for the other program areas. Note that Strategia is database driven, so you'll notice that boxes that are not clicked here will not appear in the menu bar at the top. If you have any concerns about the filing requirements that are set up for your mission, please contact strategia at international.gc.ca. The network participation field is also key, as it tells users whether their mission is part of a broader network plan. For year one, only political networks are supported. And these networks consist mainly of in-country networks, where countries like Brazil, India, and Germany, among others, submit program plans on a country basis rather than by mission. Please contact the Strategia team for further questions about networks. So when you click on the Head of Mission tab, you'll see a drop-down menu appear with several items. Head of Mission Home and Feedback Summary aside, the items in this menu make up the Head of Mission Program Plan components that you will need to complete in order to submit your Head of Mission Plan. So let's click the Head of Mission Home to get started. This page gives you an overview of the steps involved in completing your Head of Mission Plan, as well as the second way to access the program plan components. From this page, you can see where you are in the planning process. You can print or save a PDF version of the plan. You can view who has last updated the Head of Mission Plan, and you can also access the feedback summary. This is your go-to page for all of these key functionalities, and you'll likely visit this page many times over the drafting and planning process. At the bottom of the Head of Mission homepage, you'll see a status table for all of the other programs at the mission that are required to file a plan through Strategia. This table, which is unique to the Head of Mission Plan, summarizes where each program is in the planning process. For instance, preparing for HQ review, HQ reviewing draft, plan finalized, etc., which allows the Head of Mission to get a quick aperçu of the overall mission planning to make sure that all programs are on track to submit by their respective deadlines. Before moving on, we'd like to note that you may see the name of someone you don't recognize under the last updated by field. Not to worry, this is a Strategia working group member that has populated relevant information from the latest NPR plan for your mission into Strategia, making it easy for users to simply revisit and update the plan for the new fiscal year. So we're now ready to start working on the Head of Mission Plan. To get started, click on the Head of Mission Overview hyperlink. At the top of the page, you'll see a text box entitled Head of Mission, Key Canadian Interests and Ongoing Engagements. This is the chapeau piece of the plan, summarizing the main elements of Canada's relationship with the host country. You may copy and paste material from other documents here, and your formatting will be retained, or you can type directly into the text box. You can also use the formatting tools at the top, and you can even include hyperlinks. To include a hyperlink, Copy the hyperlink that you wish to include and paste it into the text box. Highlight the link, click the Insert Link icon, and using the Ctrl-V command on your keyboard, paste it again into the URL box and click Submit. You'll now have an active link right in the text box. The Head of Mission, Key Canadian Interest and Ongoing Engagement section is followed by a section on mission programs. The text that appears here is rolled up from the various program plan tabs, some of which may even be pre-populated with text from the last NPR plan your mission prepared. Changes to the text that appears under a program subheading must be made under the corresponding program tab. The content is drafted by the program, so you may prefer to have the program designate update the text with any necessary changes. If you keep scrolling past the program section, you will find the section on Partners next. The text here is also a roll-up from what is written under the Partners tab, and like the program section, changes to the text must be made under the Partners tab. If there's a missing partner, for instance, it must be added under the partner plan. Note that you may use the black arrows to change the display order of programs and partners. Click the up arrow to keep moving a partner or program up on the list. Note that due to the way that the program is coded, programs and partners will always appear in two distinct sections. It's not possible to blend these two sections at this time. While you're working on Strategia, be sure to save often. Like most online forms and applications, there's no autosave functionality in Strategia, and the system will automatically time out after a 60-minute period of inactivity. It's therefore important to remember to click the Save button regularly as you are drafting. So let's move on to the next section, Head of Mission Commitments. Missions that completed an NPR plan last fiscal year will see here the list of mission planning commitments. So a few quick tips for navigating this page. You can scroll over the paper icon on the left side of the screen to see a snapshot of what is written under a commitment on the list. Clicking here will not do anything. To view and edit a commitment, click the pencil icon on the right. Use the black arrows to move commitments up or down to reprioritize the list. Clicking the X button will delete the commitment. A warning message will appear in case you hit the X, prompting you to confirm whether you really wanted to delete the selected commitment. To add a new commitment to the list, click the New Commitment button located at the top right of the screen. So let's click the pencil icon to edit the first commitment. At the top of the Head of Mission Commitments page, missions will automatically find a list of 3 to 5 geographic or functional bureau-level planning commitments. These DG planning commitments have been included in Strategia to inform the development of Head of Mission planning commitments. In the Commitment Links tab, missions are encouraged to link each Head of Mission commitment to a DG planning commitment, where appropriate, to demonstrate mission alignment to departmental priorities. We'll take a closer look at this in a minute. So scrolling down past the bureau level commitments, you'll see a series of questions and text boxes on this commitment page. Fields with 2 red arrows preceding the question are mandatory, and you won't be able to submit your plan without entering data into these fields. Note that on this page, and all Head of Mission commitment pages, only the commitment title field is mandatory, and it must be filled in before you can move on to the other tabs. So once you've completed all the text boxes on this page, you can go back to the top and click the Commitment Links tab. You can also go to this tab if you're not sure about which bureau or departmental priority your Head of Mission commitment is linked to. So clicking here will bring you to a page where you can show alignment between the selected Head of Mission commitment and bureau level commitments, and ultimately to departmental priorities. So by default, the system will display the mission's direct reporting line at the bureau level. A list of planning commitments from the latest version of the department's Integrated Corporate Business Plan will appear here. Missions have the option to link to a planning commitment from the corresponding DG or to select a different DG. To do so, uncheck the box that is currently selected and select a different DG from the list. In doing so, the new DG that you selected set of commitments will appear. From this new set of commitments, select the DG commitment that your Head of Mission commitment is delivering on. If none apply, you can choose to align to a departmental priority instead by checking the box below. In doing so, a list of departmental priorities will appear. The idea here is not to force missions to fit into a box that does not apply, but rather to show alignment where it makes sense. If you find that your head of mission commitment still does not align directly to a departmental priority, you can opt to align to the program activity architecture instead by clicking on the box at the bottom of the page. Two drop-down menus will appear displaying the full range of activities and sub-activities that comprise departmental work. The mission can link the head of mission commitments to up to 2 program activities. We also encourage missions to show alignment to the work of our partners. Clicking on the last tab at the top gives missions the option to show alignment to relevant partners where applicable. To add a partner, click the Add Partner button on the right, and a drop-down menu will appear with a list of partner departments and agencies. If you notice that a partner is missing from the list, please contact the Strategia team. A reminder again to click Save Often to ensure that the work that you've been putting into the tool is not lost. Always save before changing pages. To get back to the full list of commitments, click the Commitments button at the top of the page. Note that the recommended maximum number of commitments is 5. However, the system enforces a maximum of 10 and will not allow you to add any more commitments once you have reached this limit. When you're ready, you can move on to the next section, Head of Mission Resources, through the drop-down menu at the top. The Head of Mission Resources page captures both financial and human resources data. Enter the number of CBS and LES positions, funded by the Head of Mission program. HOM program positions typically include the HOM assistant, the Head of Mission driver, and the OR staff. This includes position boxes that exist but that may not be filled. For positions that are filled on a part-time basis, you should still indicate one whole position if the position is receiving full-time funding. Should there be additional details to include about the staffing situation or anomalies that may be misrepresented by the numbers that you entered above, please include a short narrative to explain in the text box below. Keep in mind that Strategia is an open system, however, accessible by all Signet staff, and sensitive and classified information should not be included in Strategia. Scrolling down, we'll next find the program operating budget. You'll see many commitment items on this list, some of which you may not be familiar with. You should complete your budget ask based on anticipated needs for the next fiscal year. Note that whatever is entered here will roll up to a mission total and will form the overall mission budget request that will be submitted to headquarters. Budget requests will be reviewed by the Business Management Office and the Geographic or Functional DG, and allocation decisions will be based on what is entered here in Strategia. If you have any questions about the commitment items that appear here or about the budget process through Strategia, please contact strategia.budget@international.gc.ca. At the bottom of the page, users will find an additional details text box, giving missions the opportunity to include additional details about funding needs or challenges. Remember to click Save Often as you work on the plan to ensure that data entered is not lost. Once all your sections are complete, you can go back to the main Head of Mission homepage to print the entire plan at once to review on hard copy. You can also print individual plan components by going to that component plan page. Once the Head of Mission or Chargé has reviewed the Head of Mission plan and it's ready to be sent for consultation with headquarters, you can click the yellow button found on the Head of Mission homepage. When you click this button, a draft email will pop up with some boilerplate text. You can change or add to this text and you can choose the email recipients. Note that the Strategia team will always be copied by default. You should also note that when you click this button, it will lock the draft plan, giving HQ the opportunity to go into Strategia, review, and comment through the Feedback tab. You'll be able to edit and update the plan again once headquarters has submitted their feedback. Also note that after clicking this button, a submission date will appear underneath the step that you just completed. This list of steps will guide you through the process and allows anyone to go in and see where the mission is in the planning process. This concludes our video tutorial on how to complete your Head of Mission plan. Thank you.